so might as well switch to my screen so far. This is PSO2, and you can hear the stunning music of the Yamato urgent quest coming up, which we're going to handfully ignore. Incidentally, you might notice on the left side of the screen, you can see my pointer right here, I'm clicking around. It says speak to Leontina, who is right here, and we've already did this actually, so, but if you're curious, she's more tutorial stuff. These are actually really useful information. You know, you can read it on your own time. I don't think it's essential part of playing the game, but it is an essential part of optimizing the game. So yay. But yeah, there it is. Main mission, speak to Leontina. We've completed that. Yay. And I'm feeling very weak. Augment your way to victory. And we're apparently supposed to read all of these, but forget it. I'm just gonna take all the rewards. Oh, we still have one more reward. How many rewards are there? Oh, Voice of Revolution. Episode 4, yes, I did do that. Okay, there we go. So, as usual, the way we start with this stream is we go through the story quests. And, where were we?
You wanted me to remind you of something last week, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay, we were going through the foodies quest. So this is the last one, I believe. Signs of improvement. By the way, I apologize. I know the sub stories are actually really interesting and works really well as part of this game, but we're gonna be skipping all those. Anyways, here it is. Signs of improvement. We're supposed to get a reward, but I already have it, so it doesn't matter. Right. I need... I know, Chris, are you right now listening to me on Discord, or are you watching the stream?
I'm listening to you on Discord.
You're listening to me on Discord. Yeah. Since we're in story mode, yeah, definitely switch to Twitch audio for the time being.
Okay.
I know to prevent any double hearing in this case, but yeah, you'll be on the driver's seat again. Ranger at heart, Xeno.
Yeah, どうだ? もう戦闘にも慣れてきたか? お前さんのクラスは何だったっけ? って、そっか。お前さんは何にでもなれるんだったか。フォトン特化傾向を自在に変えられるってのは便利だよな。羨ましいぜ。なあ、お前さんから見て俺は何に見える? ちゃんとハンターに見えるか? 実はな、俺のフォトン特化傾向完全にレンジャー向きなんだよ。今は無理言ってハンターやってるが、向いてないクラスってのはきついもんだな。何にでもなれるお前さんが少しばかり妬ましいぜ。 なあ、ないものねだりしても仕方がないからな。俺は俺にできることをやっていくさ。レンジャーに戻ればって俺もそう思うよ。でもそれじゃあ守れないものがある。だから俺はハンターじゃないといけないんだ。ああ、ダメだな。なんだかお前さんと話してると愚痴ばっかり言っちまう。すまんな。しかし何なんだろうな、この懐かしい感じはよ。
That dialogue actually reminds me a lot of a children's book called Momo. But whatever. You know, the Momo as a protagonist in that story is really good at listening, and that's about it. But like, you know, her character trait is that she gets other characters to talk to her, and it's just really interesting that Xeno does the same thing here.
ご無沙汰しております。私ですか。少々怪我をしただけです。心配には及びません。ゲッテムハルト様でしたら先に行かれましたけど、それが何か仲間なのにって何をおっしゃっているんですか。私をからかっているのですか。私ではゲッテムハルト様の仲間になんてなれません。少々言葉が過ぎますよ。失礼。私こそ言葉が過ぎました。忘れてください。どうぞ私の心配などなさらずお進みください。
Very strange.
待て、逃げるな、ハドレット。くそ。早くあいつを追わないと。あなたは邪魔をしないでください。私の治療なんていいんです。それよりも私はあいつを、ハドレットを始末しなければいけないのに。すみません。冷静さを欠いていました。付近にも気配はありません。これ以上探しても無駄ですね。私は先に撤退します。すみません。
Oh, is this a new character?
先に進むならちょっと待った方がいいわよ。まあ進みたいんなら止めないけど。心配しなくてもあれをやってるのはアークスよ。多分すぐ飽きて帰るから。まったく制御って言葉を知らないのかしらね、あのおバカさん。まあ私には関係ないけど。音が止んだわ。もう進んでいいんじゃない？それじゃあね。
So apparently, in the original version of the story mode, you would actually travel. So like these cutscenes would happen in the middle of your travel, but then they just streamlined it to all cutscenes. So it's kind of like this in this format. I think I mentioned that at some point in this throughout the stream series, but nonetheless. At least those are the context behind the dialogue of a lot of these characters.
おい貴様、貴様だ貴様、そこの貴様。貴様、暇だから私の話し相手になれ。
Alright, this is a perfect opportunity to talk about Japanese pronouns. If you're asking the question, why is she saying bonehead a lot? Well, she obviously says the word kisama a lot. Now, if you're asking the question, does kisama translate to bonehead? The short answer is no. Kisama just translates to I or me, but that really doesn't get any of the nuance behind that pronoun, because as many of you may already know, Japan has a lot of words that stands for I and me, each of them having like a very specific connotation. So I think the localizers took some liberties here with the word kisama, but kisama is a very, very rude version of I, or you. In this case, kisama is you, pardon me, which again, Japan has a lot of words that translates to you. But yeah, kisama is very, very rude. So in short, like this character who's saying kisama to describe you, your character, a lot, is indicating how very little respect she has for your character and really does not care much for it. And, you know, I think Bonehead kind of gets that point across. So there's the nuance right there and why there's the dialogue is so bizarrely worded.
あったことがあるような。お前よく覚えてないから別にどうでもいいことなんだろう。この辺りにいた敵？そんなものを全部爆破した。敵は全部爆破だ。こんな狭い範囲だけではないぞ。私とクラリッサの前に敵などいない。全部吹っ飛ばす。
So it's kind of hard to tell, but the character that Sarah was talking about in the earlier cutscene, this is the character Clarissa Grace. That's where all the explosions was coming from.
あまりやりすぎると疲れて眠くなっちゃうからほどほどの爆破に抑えてるけど、あの人が言うには私の力の見せ所はもう少し先らしいからな。それまではならしだならし。しかし楽しみだな。私の全力とはどのぐらいなのだろう。どのぐらい爆破できるのだろう。自分でわからないのかって？貴様、そんなのは当たり前だろう。私は全力なんて出したことないぞ。貴様は全力出したことあるのか？全力とは全力だぞ。すべての力と書いて全力だぞ。それを出したというのなら、なぜ貴様は今存命しているのだ？私をおちょくっているのか貴様。まあいい、話はここまで。そろそろ戦いたくなってきたからな。一部の力で全部を爆破だ。
She's an interesting character.
.その格好、アークスでしょ。うわ、いいな。
No, Olku, this is the ARKS clothing.
ごめんごめん。私、ウルクって言うんだ。
Fun fact, there was a typo on Sega's website. They misspelled Oku's name, so I don't know what the translators had in mind when they were trying to standardize the names for the North American release of Phantasy Star Online. But there's some controversies even amongst the fan on like how each character's names are spelled and pronounced.
昔からアークスに憧れていたからさ。つい過去形なのはね、ダメだったから。才能がないんだってさ、私。フォトンは使う才能がないんだって。
Yep, that's the mark of ARKS.
残念だけどしょうがないよね。アークスってシビアなとこなんだし無理は言えないもん。ま、私のことは別にどうでもいいのよ。それよりも気になるのは私の友達のこと。あいつ引っ込み思案で臆病なのに何を土地狂ったか急にアークスになるとか言い始めてさ。そんでもって実際に才能があって一人でアークスになっちゃったからもう大変。一人でやっていけるのかな。最近会いにも来ないし。ちょっと心配かな。
現在全アークス一斉参加の大規模なエネミー討伐作戦を準備中。対象は惑星オバルです。
Oh, we're gonna be going to Wopal soon.
Ah, なんだ、アークスの人か。はあ、よかった。エネミーかと思いましたよ。
Interesting. They added a flavor text. That's a bullet dodged is something he actually does not say whatsoever. All he says is, "Phew, I figured you were an enemy."
いや、僕、あんまり戦うのは好きじゃなくてですね。アークスになったのもたまたま適性があったのと人気があったからそうしただけで、正直怖いことはしたくないんです。なんとかなりませんかね。ならないですよね。はあ、変な話をしてすみませんでした。それじゃあ僕は行きますね。
Oh, Theodore. Ah, yes. Another opportunity to talk about Japanese pronouns again. Zig uses the word washi, I believe. And actually, it's really interesting. If you're studying Japanese language, you're going to notice the way he talks is very weird. His the speech patterns that he uses is not what you would typically call a normal or even like a a regular socially used, real life being used sort of dialect. And what's going on is because by using washi, which is I, me, by the way, he's indicating that he is old, like he's an elderly person, has a lot of experience, and so forth. So we're going to notice, like, he starts talking about a lot of things, but already, as a Japanese person, I'm primed to think that this is an experienced person. This character has probably went through a lot of stuff, and is probably a professional at something.
好きに笑え。この東証ジグ、弱い75にしてすでに枯れたようだ。もう縁のだ。かつては泉のように湧いてきていた創造心というものが奮い立たん。40年前の決戦時は心震えた。10年前の死闘もそうだ。大規模な戦いは情熱をかきたてる。だが戦線の沈静化を受けてわしの情熱も冷めていった。武器を手がけたい気持ちはあるが中途半端なものは作りたくない。これは職人の矜持じゃ。すまんな、愚痴に付き合わせた。お主にはなぜか話しやすくてな。愚痴ついでに一ついいか。もしわしの情熱をたぎらせるような何かを見つけたら持ってきてほしい。インスピレーションを刺激するような、そう刺激的な何かを。
Interesting. He's old and yet uses English every once in a while, like inspiration. But yeah, I mean, immediately afterwards he confirmed that fact that yeah, he's this old, but also really talented craftsman. So there you go. They say that Japanese is a very context-sensitive language. This is just like one example where the clues are right there. He uses the word washi, and you can make a lot of assumptions based off of that. You can discern a lot of information just based off of the word I or you about what the person is like and what their relationship is to the person they're talking to. So it's a really fascinating language from that perspective. And it is a very difficult language to localize to English because those kind of details just does not transfer well. So I gotta give props. Most of the time, the localization comes up with really creative ways to work around that problem, which is why Affin is like Australian. I know nobody likes his incredibly fake Australian accent, but like it's there to work around a specific voice quirk that he has in Japanese. And I don't know, like I appreciate that sort of effort being made, regardless of how annoying it is.
ARKS 1の情報やパティちゃんですよ。本日も絶賛営業中。その割に大した情報を掴んでこれなかったのは誰？
Oh, interesting. I mean, this gets the same point across. What she says something. She says something to the effect of, "Who is the person who couldn't get the information this time around?" And then phrase that as a question, which is why the whole sentence that she was saying sounds like a question, while this one is 2 sentences long, but it gets the same point across.
過去は振り返らない。
Oh, and there's more flavor text in there. My eyes are on the future is not something she actually says. She just says that's all in the past. Or actually, she says something more to the effect of, never look back. I never look back to the past.
ああ、でも休憩スペースでのんびりしているおじいさんと仲良くなったりしたんだよ。昔は武器とか作ってたんだってさ。なんかすごいよね。かっこいい。それは多分かの有名な刀匠ジグだね。というかパティちゃん、情報屋名乗ってるくせになんで知らないの？
Oh, that's interesting. The Japanese dialogue is closer to, wait a minute, Patty. You're supposed to be an informant. How do you not know this? But this sentence flows better in English, given what they already written prior. So props.
興味ないから。あ、そう。刀匠ジグ。40年ぐらい前から武器製作一筋の頑固な堅物さん。でも最近はからっきし。その手が作った武器はいずれ創世紀にも至るだろうと言われていたのにもったいない。創世紀ってなんだっけ？最初に作ったソードとかだっけ？そう、採算度外視のプロトタイプ。桁違いの性能で扱いきれないからってで注意したのが今ある武器の元。へえ、そんなの作れちゃうんだ。すごいおじいさんだったんだね、あのおじいさん。いや、あの人は作ってないからね。パティちゃんは少しぐらい人の話を聞いてね。細かいことはいいの。あなたも勉強になったよね。でしょでしょ、そうでしょ。そっか、そんなすごい人なら私用の武器とか作ってもらおうかな。だから今はやる気がなくて。
Interesting. Her line was more like he doesn't have the will right now. Alright. It looks like there is at least one quest in there, so I'd like to go through that quest and then we'll end it from there.
ARKS の方ですか。もしかして依頼を受けてくれるとか。ありがとうございます。いや、本当に助かります。学者として惑星の成り立ちなどを調べているのですが、ナベリウスの情報だけは少ないんです。アークスの誰もが最初に行く惑星だし、もっと情報があると思っていたんですが、不思議ですよね。すみません、つい興奮して。私ロジオと言います。私からの依頼内容は単純です。惑星ナベリウスの地質調査、それだけなんです。成り立ちが気になるというか、正直勘のようなものなんですが、どうしても調べてみたくて。
I'm partly curious about the structure, but to be honest, I'm doing this because my intuition is telling me I must. No, that's not bad as a localization. It's probably closer to something like, you know, it's kind of like the structure, but really it's more like intuition that I just really want to see what's going on there.
あの熱帯系の森林からいきなり凍土が生まれていること自体、何かおかしいんです。現に存在するものなので認めなければなりませんが、何か違和感があります。
Oh, I like that. They summarized that a little better than the original Japanese. He goes into very long detail of like, I mean, obviously it exists and blah 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 blah. Just kind of going through like, well, I mean, the evidence is there, kind of shenanigans, but they just shortened it to we can't deny that it clearly exists, which like gets the point across. And I appreciate shortening that actually. I feel like the Japanese had too many words in there.
詳細なデータが存在しないのも何かを隠そうとしているかのようで。いえ、すみません。学者が推論だけで語るべきではありませんね。
So it's not this dialogue, but the dialogue after. It looked like the dialogue box was really long, but that actually is really accurate to what he actually said in Japanese. It's just the Japanese was shorter, naturally by the language spur.
疑問があったら調査あるのみ。そう、調べてみればいろいろわかると思います。お手数をおかけしますが、よろしくお願いします。
Oh, that's nice. I hope you lend me a hand. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu is something to the effect of like, nice working with you or something to that effect. It's a very difficult word to translate, actually. It's not like something that the English language uses very often to reference, you know, I'm happy to work with you kind of thing. But, you know, Japan has it in like a 1 or 2 word form that's used very commonly. So, I hope you'll lend me a hand is actually a pretty darn good localization of that. I like that. Oh, of course. Finally, the plot!
What happened? 座標データが止まっているようですが、何か問題でも起きましたか？すいませんでした。でも今の人は一体、もしかして噂にあった凍土で見た人影というのはあの人のことなのでは？おや、どうされました？音ですか？ いえ、こちらのデータでは特に何も補足していませんが。
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, let's do it casual. You know, keep it nice and quick.
ARKS の残留物にしては不自然な気がします。
I love that the word artificial is actually shorter in English.
パラメーター的には武器でしょうか。それにしては形がおかしい。壊れてるのかな。大丈夫ですか。あの人は。
それを話せ。
危ないところだったな、おい。気になってな、追いかけてきてみたんだが、こりゃどうなってんだ。
その人、アークスなの？
そういうの調べるのはお前の役割だろ。
全件検索完了。該当するデータなし。なしってどういうこと？
おいお前、どこのドイツだ。所属を言え。無視かよ。すかした仮面してやがるし、なんだかいけすかんやつだなお前。
邪魔をするなら殺す。
引く気はなさそうだな。なら力ずくでもご退場願うぜ。
Yeah, Xeno, go, go. Alright, I have a little grand strike. Well, I can buff everyone. Let's buff everyone. Come on, go Xeno, you can do it.
全ARKS一斉参加による大規模作戦行動を展開中です。ARKS 各員はクエストカウンターより任務への参加を。
Completed.
Oh, sorry, I'm blinked. They're down? Cool. We did it. Well done.
Skiari! おいおい、技物がいかれちまったよ。だけどまあ、おあいこってところか。
おのれ。
Onode does not translate to TPGs.
とんでもないやつだったな。お前さんは大丈夫か。よくもまあ探索後のその状態で戦ったもんだぜ。頑張ったな。それであの仮面野郎が狙ってたのはお前の持ってるそのガラクタか。変な音が鳴ってた。そんなもん鳴ってたか。
私も聞いてないけど。
私の取得したデータにもそのような音声情報はありません。まあ考えることはロビーでもできるだろう。早いとこ帰ろうぜ。学者さんよ、あんたの欲しかったデータってやつも集まっただろ。はい、そちらも十分に取れています。ですがなぜこの人への依頼内容をご存知なのですか。 ああ、先輩ってのはな、後輩のやることなすこと全部把握してるんだよ。
私に調べさせたくせに。
いきなりバラすなっての。ほら、さっさと帰るぞ。
Yay! We obtained it. It's not useful whatsoever. Cool. I think we're gonna leave it at that. Chris, as a reminder, I need to know that we're at Chapter 4. Resonance-Induced Headache is the next cutscene we're supposed to be watching on next stream. Maybe you can write that down in the notes. Also, you should be able to switch to Discord after this recording. Oh no, gold sellers. Sadly, that is a thing that's going on in PSO2. So, yeah, I guess we can start questing. Let's see, anything worth talking about before I go questing real quick? Oh, I could do that task, but I can do that in between quests. I believe we've already went through... whoops. Yeah, let me check the main quest. I believe we've already went through the Ruins expedition, and I think we went through all the Ruins subquests. So that just leaves going through the Dragon's Altar, and hopefully the coast, which is actually my favorite level, along with my favorite boss as well. So I hope to play around with that a little bit. But yeah, Dragon Altar, and I'm going to be heading out there, saying okay. Yeah. Oh, I should have properly set up my party commands. Yeah, party settings. I want to make sure it's Alliance members only. And... yeah, just for fun. I think that should be fine. And it just coincidentally happened to occur on this very block. So, that's good, but note to self, I need to make sure I'm not searching all blocks and sticking only to the current block that I'm in. Yeah, well, we might as well add Xeno and Echo at this point, since those are characters we have seen already. And hey, Athen, you can join us too. Actually, you know what, Athen, you're gonna get replaced. I'm gonna add our good old Daltair. Yeah, there we go. Sweet, we got everyone. Go get Shifta. And yeah, anything that I need to pay attention to, Chris. I could, yeah, I should try boost 3 and EXP boost 50.
Just wonder why you didn't hear me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear you last time. Sorry. Was there anything that you actually said earlier?
That I switched over.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Oh, I should have switched my sub padding. Okay, well, I can do that while I'm running. At least that's not a hard thing to worry about. There we go. Oh yeah, quest points. Defeat all these enemies. Should be really easy to do. Zonde, right? Yep. Gazonde. There.
Your Majesty, code, attack.
Yeah.
Change over.
Oh, hi, Corsa Grace. There you go. You can see that all these story characters are actually becoming relevant in our journey. One more to go. Yeah. Oh, they're weak against dark attacks. I guess I should charge that first. There we go. And that should in theory make my explosions dark attack based. What else should I quickly mention? So obviously you can see that I did a costume change. This is the ARKS costume change from Half-Life. So that's why you see the Black Mesa logo if you haven't noticed. But yeah, that's Half-Life. That's the Half-Life costume. I think it looks better. But that's just me. Everyone knows that fashion is the end. Everyone knows that fashion is the end game for Phantasy Star Online too, so there we go.
Emergency code attack.
Alright, well, they're too far away, let's get zombie. Yeah, there we go, see? Nice mobbing tool.
Completed.
Oh. Where does this lead to? Oh, cool. So, for those not in the know of the meta behind Tector specifically, it's actually to use your wand attack a lot, because the wand attack does a little explosion animation that doubles the damage. So you might notice that each time I slap an enemy with a wand, I do 2 damage points pops up. One is the melee point, and the other is the magic point that comes from the explosion that the wand caused. And especially if the you cast, in my case, I have a ring that allows. I just grinded for this, by the way. I forgot to mention it, but yeah, I grinded for a ring that converts the elemental of the wand when that explosion occurs to the last spell that I charged and casted. With the only exception of the support fire, which is this one, where it increases your attack power, and then the support defense power. Neither of those affects the elemental of the wand. As you can see me demonstrate right there, since we were already in the purple poison power last time. But that sustained itself even after casting Shift on
Code
Demon.
attack.
There. Obviously, you can see the weak 2 on the upper left-hand corner of the screen of the monster. There we go. Did it. How's the frame rate so far, Chris? I know we was chugging in the last stream.
So far, so good.
So far, so good? Okay, that's good to hear. Seems like whatever updates there were before has been resolved. Yep. Face my wrath of the wand. Oh, I'll take that one too. That's probably a rod, actually. There's a difference if you're curious. Oh, yo. Ouch. That means there's another switch somewhere. Oh, hi! And I was right. There it is. Apparently there was a quest and completely ignored it. I can see that because on the right side of the screen there's Draconian suppression, and then also on the right side of where our player cursor is on the mini-map. You can actually see where there are with the green triangles.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
I like how Echo just says attack all the time. It's kind of silly. Oh yeah, we did.
Completed!
Yay! So that's Dragon Outer. It is a continuation of the Amduskia planet.
まさかここまでとはたまげたな。
Zeno said there, wow, to go this far, I didn't even expect that. So, which is a very, very poor localization on my part. I would have spent a little more time thinking through how I would want to phrase that. But hey, I'm trying to do localization, which I am not an expert in whatsoever, while playing at the same time. I apparently have a title? Floating Facility Special Ops Member. Oh, interesting. Oh, and I gotta try this 50. I can donate that. Yeah, I'm not gonna need that a little bit. Let's see. What else is there to worry about? Why am I now on B1? That is not good. B20. How's my inventory looking? Oh, I probably wanna put that back to... so far it's looking fine. I could, yeah, I could grind that. I'd like to grind that. And some of these I'm not gonna need. And I'll drop these in my own inventory for now. Okay, cool. So that should make it really easier for us to deal with the rest of the stuff. Whoopsies. ARKS quest. And suppress soul Dirandahl. Dirandahl. Accept in the current block, alliance members only. Yep, that all looks good. So we get a boss here. Nice. I didn't even notice that my HP is like a lot higher than I originally expected. It's even higher than my other character. If you're wondering, this is my other character right here. Yep. Hi. Yeah, let's add Orgbran here, why not? Oh, by the way, you might notice Orbit is now Morgano. I did that. That is creepy. But you can do that. And our good friend, Rappy. Cool. Check to see what my buffs are at. It's all good so far. Looking at all these awards, I might as well receive them all. Yay! X cube, lambda. Oh, lambda grind is really good. Alright, I'm done. Unable to complete party maneuvers. Darn. Speaking of which, my mag is really hungry, so let's feed it a wand. Yeah! Really increase that tech support. Where's my all necessary electricity? Oh, where it dropped? Yeah, electricity explosion. Take that. Oh, another wand! I can feed my mag with that. Then there. Oh, it's a talus actually. Never mind. I can still feed my mag with it. If that's just a sliver, then I should be able to feed one of these. Alright, so the valve keep it on the good side for now. Oh yeah, I also took a couple of client orders, which is why you're seeing those notifications right now. Mostly from Hans. Oh, there you go. My character using the daisy chain sword. I recently switched to a hunter class just to level that up to 75. Leveling up your characters to 75 gives you a permanent boost on all characters. It's ridiculously powerful. Ouch.
Emergency! Code! Elimination!
I'm gonna use that super boost just so that I can do this. Alright, that gives all the boost. Interesting.
Completed!
Fully. Wait, you already know fully, right? Ah, yes, awesome. Multi-party area. Sweet. Oopsies. Kinda want that for now. Take my explosion! Oh, interesting. I forgot to do that earlier. Okay. I just noticed that my focus bar was not correct. There we go. Alright, that should be all the preparation you need for a good old wand. Yeah, take that. How's my mag doing? Still not hungry. Sweet. That's less sweet. How am I gonna deal with this situation? Lasers. Alright, well, I said no to lasers. And that felt good. Let's see, story-wise. So, yeah, things has been going pretty well, on my side of things. We've had the community night stuff last time, so most of the members of TVGS knows where I am at in my life.
Yep.
How about you, Chris? Anything new going on your side of things?
Not really. all the things that I'm doing are chugging along.
That's good to hear. I thought we were going to deal with a boss here, but Soul Dirandahl sounds like a normal. Oh, there it is. A normal goon. I was gonna say. They're eating my lawns, darn it.
Code. Attack.
I spoke a little too soon. Trying to support magic here, come on. Alright, we'll just laugh at the silly. Oh, okay, we defeated that character. We did it! I think that's the end of it. Yep, it is. We can hear the music. Where's the gate? Where's the teleporter?
Completed.
There we go. Oh, salute me. Oh, Gimgid. Ooh, these items sounds good. Yeah. Oh, okay, we don't have both. Begid and Gimgid. Nice. Alright, cool. That actually is really cool. I guess we can just kind of continue on and read it directly from here. I don't really see a need to, outside of reading my bag here. So you need to, item manage it. The next one we have is the Goron Zran. Goron Zran. Which is not a Zelda reference, I swear. We are willing to abandon the quest. Alright. Oh, okay.
Your Majesty. Code. Attack.
That Morgano is really distracting. Oh well. It is what it is.
Completed.
Luna Atomizer. Yes, I'll take that Moon Atomizer actually. Actually, no, never mind. Everything's fine, everyone. There's nothing to see here. I did not pause at the wrong time, don't worry about it. Let's see, I'm still working on a few Unity-related tools. Not really much to talk about progress in that area yet. Still trying to learn, like, the Unity UI elements, which I feel like is still kind of poorly documented. I'm not really sure how to deal with that situation. Maybe somebody in the stream agrees with me, but yeah, that's something that's been That's something I've been struggling with, trying to understand how to add custom UI controls in their UI toolkit framework. It's not immediately obvious to me how. Ooh, that's a bow. Maybe Anthony would like that. Yeah, these guys are hard to eat, but you can always just kill the rider instead. Or, you know, you can kill the ride. Well, the phrase that this game uses is suppress, not kill, so I need to respect the lore there.
Makes sense.
I hope everything's going, any sort of tools, or you said the wiki progress was doing fine, if memory serves correct, right?
Yep. And the better they do, higher Google ratings we have, which means higher ad revenue we have, which means the more we can fund.
Yeah.
So.
I'll take that, actually. At the very least, something to sell.
Yeah. It's how I am able to fund an artist, a manager, a writer, and
yeah. I envy you on that. Like that you have like this source of income that is what's the word I'm looking for? Not synthesize. That has a synergy with game development itself.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a Megid? I already learned it. Go on.
I've actually had people ask me how they could set up something similar, and I'm like, I've been doing this for 10 years. It's not something you can do overnight.
Right. That's always like a hard thing to kind of tell a person, right? That something takes a lot of time and practice. I'm never really sure how to approach that the right way.
Yeah.
Right, this was a moon atomizer. And oh, my character is facing towards that direction. Is something? Yes, they do. There. That didn't take too long. Alrighty. It's the multi-part area, I see. This is... we're nowhere near getting towards the boss, huh? Darn. Wolf is actually kind of strong against them. Ouch. Empty. Oh, thanks. Yeah, take that.
Emergency
Oh no. That is certainly something I do want to avoid. Touché. Oh, is that the exit? Darn. Found the exit right now. Oh, this is so much. There's just so much going on the screen right now. Darn it.
Emergency code elimination.
目標達成。お疲れ様でした。
Completed.
There we go. That's the rider being destroyed. There we go. Mission accomplished. Oh, another moon atomizer.
Completed.
Definitely want those. And how are my boosts looking? Not well. Oh yeah, the Dignity of Steel Unleashed. So that was one of the new urgent quests that were added in. Urgent quests, as you know, is the game's version of Raid. It's pretty fun. I like it. Make sure everyone is buffed. Alright, I think we're ready. There we go. This character is interesting. Hi, boss.
緊急連絡あり。
So you cannot, as you can tell from the cube, you cannot hit the boss directly. Okay. Ouch. This basically summarizes this boss right here. Well, it looks like that boss could not stand a ghost of a chance.
Completed.
That wasn't even meant to be funny. Yeesh. Okay, well, yeah, let's give it a little long path to see what happens. Well, it's not time so whatever. No signs from Anthony, I assume.
Not yet.
Cool. Well, it's a good time to start some inventory management, so let's return to the lobby. I mean, if I was trying to be punny, what would I have? What clever thing would I have said? I feel like that one's not very good. I have to think about that one a little bit. Oh, bless you. Let's
Thank you.
let's do this since it only takes an hour. Yay! think they're still in search mode, so that should be fine. I should be going to shopping gate. What do I want to do with my wonderful weapons? So, by the way, you might notice on the bottom right there, it will say like, hey, you have like some campaign stuff on the Visiphone, which is right here, but there's a bug, and that notification will pop up no matter what, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's a very recent bug, I'm sure they're going to fix it shortly. Probably within 2 weeks, which is their regular maintenance time. Let's retrieve some grinders. Oh. Yeah, let's... Oh, whoops. So if you hold R, you can actually multi-select on Appraisal, and it'll do all of them at once, which is really nice. Can I equip those dualies? No, I can't. Darn. That's not fun. Oh, it says Bisburn. Bisburn actually better? Look for Bisburn. Yes, it is, and I can equip it. Yeah, let's switch to that. $520. Yeah, this one's $526. So why is it saying that? Oh, because I'm equipping. Okay, so that's not a good reference. Point of reference. The comparison meter on the right is not very useful. There we go. So that's actually what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's 52, and then there's an increase in dex. So yeah, there's almost no reason not to switch to that at this point. Then I am a bit of a jerk, so let's take that old weapon of ours and grind it to this one. But I do want to grind this one out to its max. Kinda doesn't matter actually at this point. Okay, so that just gets it to 30 automatically, so it's not very much. Oh, it's already capped at 32, so okay, well, might as well go for the rest of it then. No, okay. Never mind. I think what's going on is that because it hits 30, it has to unlock the potential. And to unlock the potential, of course, uses photon spears. Sacrificial emblem. Probably not worth the dedication. Yeah, I think that's just enough. I don't need any of these armor. I don't think so. Yeah, because both of mine is 240, and even though that's 280, its stats are not very good. And that Masato crystal is just there to sell. Then I can still go to my personal quarters. Because any items that I don't want but is a rather high level, rather than selling it, you can now grind it. Or dismantle it, pardon is the phrasing. Item dismantle. There we go. That was probably a really good weapon, but no, I don't need it anymore. You and I are gonna part ways. Anything in the chat so far?
Not yet.
Another quiet day, huh?
Yep.
Item management mostly handled. How's my mag doing? Mag can use some food. I'll give it that. And then I'll feed you this UFO ceiling type. Oh, okay. Well, apparently not. Boop-a-doo. Oh. Okay, interesting. And then... look up the goods in personal shop. I did earlier say that my mission pass actually went up a level. Oh, interesting. What's this suit? It's not a get up I want. That's also not a get up I particularly want either. Is this a? That's just trappers. Okay, well I can retrieve those next time. Sorry, I'm getting distracted so easily. Do we have one more for the dragon altar? No, we don't. Okay, well, time to go through all the client orders that we backlogged. I think most of them are in the gate area. Do we have client orders here? Nope. Alright, I know we got a bunch of client orders for Hans ready. There we go. And that should give us our level up, actually. There you go. But now... oh. You know, for being inside the Draconian home base, they don't look like much trouble. But maybe that's because it's you, pal. But now we know just what we're up against with this place. I call it a success. Especially since I spotted me some good hiding spots for when the need arises. Ignore that. Forget you heard anything. I just said I'm gonna make good use of the info you brought. You really are the best, pal. You never fail to amaze me. So first, you knock down Goron Zran's defense, yeah? Then you gotta be quick to really cream him with the attacks after that, huh? Getting all scared and only letting off an attack or two just takes too much time, is what I always tell people. This should even help me clean up my game, though. Thanks, pal. I'll be hitting up again. And of course, this is great, pal. You paid me back beyond anything I could have hoped for. I feel so refreshed. It's almost like I took him down myself. I wonder why. I guess it's probably because I was so caught up watching you fight. Don't you worry, pal. If you're ever in need, it'll be my turn to repay you. Sweet. And I'm seeing another quest indicating that it's done. Which is this Alliance Administrator. 350 Alliance points. Oh, there's only 1,565 more that we can gain, I guess. Interesting. Oh, don't need those. An interesting... oh, I'll check that out. So main quest, expedition, and finally the real true Dragon Altar exploration. We're gonna do super hard. Oh snap, I selected the wrong thing. Sorry, returning back. I totally forgot. Yes. It was block 20, was it? Oh, we didn't move that far. Do you have any JRPG, specifically, Chris, that you have fond memories of playing?
Off the top of my head, Pokemon, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
think I tried one of the Tales games. Never got
yeah.
much far in it.
It's most likely Symphonia, because I also one that was on the GameCube, and it was the one of the first Tales to come here. I say one of the first because I think it came out for the NES earlier, but it didn't quite catch popularity, and then GameCube is when it took off in the US. Sure.
If you want to go hybrid genres, there's also the Mana series.
Yeah.
But that crosses the line between roguelike and RPG.
I mean, but this is also considered a JRPG.
Yeah.
So, to me, that counts. Oh, I really blasted the stun. Okay, so that's pretty bad. Thanks, my character. Alright, we're off. It's really interesting with the JRPG genre. I'm always like... There's a lot of like controversy as to what people like about them and what people don't like about them. Because there's always that perception of like, oh, it's a turn-based thing, so it's really slow paced and there's a lot of hours behind it or something like that. And I mean, I don't know about you, I don't seem to recall Pokemon being that very long as an example. Okay, they just teleport. Nice.
Yes and no. Pokemon is designed for a more casual audience than most JRPG fans.
But like, you know, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is also that, and
Yeah.
that's a really beloved game.
Keep on, I'm not saying length determines quality.
Right.
They're two separate factors.
Completed.
I think the fact that, like, the genre takes story seriously is one of the parts, and it's in such a way that story is favored, is kind of like a staple of the genre that I really appreciate. I don't feel like a lot of other game genres does a good job of it. Like, you know, there's a Half-Life series. Hey, I'm making a reference to the costume I'm wearing, where like they try to make the first-person genre like a story-based, a storytelling. And in some ways, I think they do a pretty good job of it. But in others, like the parts that bothers me the most with that genre is you can decide where you look at, right? And it's very, very easy to then just ignore the story when the cutscene comes up or something. Easily. And I'm not sure that makes the genre itself conducive to that storytelling format. To be fair, a huge part of the reason why I feel JRPGs often can tell a story is because, one, they make the battle portion and, you know, the exploration section separate things. So, the fact that there's that separation makes it easy to implement the story, makes it easy to insert story in without feeling out of pace. right? The game already has flows, in other words. So, you know, what adding a cutscene then isn't particularly unusual from that format. But the other reason I think is because of its turn-based and slow-paced nature, adding a story in it doesn't, in turn, doesn't seem like a particular stretch of imagination at that point. Something hit me that bothers me. I was talking about earlier with another. Well, this was like a few years ago now that I think of it. So earlier is wrong. Earlier does not give the right impression. But anyways, I was saying that there's a lot of the power of friendship sort of storyline in JRPG series, right?
Yep.
And the reason why I think that works, or I mean why that is such a common storyline that you see in the in the genre, is because literally adding a new party member, makes your party stronger, right? So the gameplay arguably informs the story. With the power of friendship and teamwork, we can all work together, conquer anything. Even if that new party member you got is just gonna be there for being a complete meat shield.
Your Majesty, code, attack.
Not sure stronger would be the right word. Sometimes it might just be more adaptable. Or able to adjust to more situations.
True, but a lot of games kind of deliberately start you with only just one or two heroes in your party, right? When like the max party size is 3 or 4. So with that consequence out of the way, you get a very good feel for, having more party members is actually really useful.
Games where you get a socialization bonus like Fire Emblem are especially good with that, because they make the entire the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
Right. Mind you, this is just an observation and a hypothesis. I'm not saying that is the actual reason why. Japan itself is a very socially isolated country in many ways, with its strict adherence to tradition. So, to be fair, that's probably the more likely reason of the two. But that said, I don't feel like that's a non-zero factor. I feel like the mechanic is a non-zero factor behind a lot of times turn-based RPGs per se.
Completed.
I don't know how I feel about wearing a Rappy's costume and attacking a Rappy. A little bit of cosplay failed there. To be fair, like I feel like every RPG has like its own focus. There's the one gameplay move that they mostly focus on either in the battle and or in the exploration section. And, PSO's mode of operation is hunt for weapons. Whereas Pokemon, I wouldn't actually say collecting is the mode of operation for Pokemon. It's more like figuring out the best team of party members.
It did start as a bug collecting game.
Right.
Although over time, the competitive scene has sort of influenced the franchise. Especially once you got over like 400 things, collecting them all, it becomes really, really difficult.
Right.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Oh, this was not where the exit was. So our search continues. That was bizarre. Your nose tapped. You didn't get hurt. Or I didn't get hurt.
Completed!
Just gonna float here. There we go. Oh. Yeah.
Emergency! Code! Elimination!
Don't you run away.
Completed!
There we go. I don't know why I bothered to do that. That was completely worthless. If memory serves correct, Chris, you still play the Pokemon series, right?
Yes.
What do you like about it? To you, I mean. I'm just curious.
It meets multiple things that I look for in a game. Like I like collecting. I like monsters. I like that my friends also played it.
That doesn't hurt either.
Yeah. I like how, in a more for the internal cultural sense, they seem to have managed to use nature correctly, whereas we're still trying to figure it out.
Oh, you're talking about in universe.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. I think it was ouch. I think it was the PBS Idea channel a long time ago that mentioned about the hypothesis that Pokemon is a story about you know, post-war environment. Where, you know, the first couple of games implies that there was like a great Pokemon war. And at the time, that was kind of reflective of at the time, that was sort of reflective in Japan as well, which was, you know, also getting over the post-World War II boom. So perhaps some of that kind of, like, some of that taking control of nature, or not taking control of nature, what's the word I'm looking for? Like coming terms with, you know, the beast that is nature, is really interesting from that perspective. Alright, fine, I'll slap. Fine, I'll aim at your head, how about it? I seem to remember this boss being one of the harder ones. Yeah.
There have been wars mentioned, like there's Pokemon Conquest, which was a Pokemon version of the Warring States era. And then Pokemon Gen 6 mentioned a war that happened 3,000 years ago, that a weapon used in that war is just being unearthed. But while it does give the entire sense of adding depth to the franchise, it also gives you this impression that if they had this event technology that became part of the story 3,000 years ago, then this is some futuristic thing that we would never be able to pin down in an appropriate time. That makes sense. Sort of like Time Abyss type thing.
Oh, ouch. I don't know. It's certainly interesting when you see like a country, when you see a game made from a different country, and because of the incredible difference between that and the Western, like you get a completely different idea of how stories could be written. One of the more infamous examples being like, hey, in like even in Japanese cyberpunk per se, robots still manage to live peacefully with humans, and whether they'll take over the Earth or not is usually not within the question. This boss was hard.
A lot of pieces of fiction are a reflection of the culture they were developed in.
Right.
Have you ever heard the RPG cliche list?
No. I feel like that's something I'm going to love.
I'll post it in Discord so you can read it later. But to give you an overview, a friend of mine showed me it in the 90s. And it is almost every cliche that was in role-playing games at the time. One of them is that there's always a Japanese village.
Yep.
Or how the protagonist will often wake up late.
Well, there's ways to make variations of waking up late, though. Wow,
Yeah.
pal. Sorry. I just started Han's dialogue. Wow, pal, you really are something else. Where do you even get moves like that? I'm gonna try and work this all into my routine, but man, can I even pull that sort of thing off? One thing's for sure, I'm definitely gonna focus my studies on this for a while. Thanks again, pal. Sure. Sure, Hans. Thanks. Yeah, the Japanese village one is, very tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. I wanted to do that water slide thing for no reason. What was I thinking about? A long time ago, there was the encyclopedia, which I'm sure you already know enough about. If it still exists, boy, do I not recommend reading through it. It's probably like horribly corrupted at this point. But as the name encyclopedia implied, it's supposed to be like a Wikipedia parody. But like it's not informative whatsoever. But yeah, no, there was one about there was a list about how to survive in a JRPG, and it's just an article talking about like dealing with the fact that you're stuck in an RPG and you have to work with the tropes in there. And like I thought it was really funny. One of the jokes I remember from that, I don't know this together. one of the jokes that I remember fondly from Encyclopedia is about your parents. And it starts off with, you know, your hero has orange hair. Your mom has red hair. So logically, that would mean that your dad would have, yellow hair. But no, it turns out your uncle, who's currently living in the same house as you are, has blue hair. And that doesn't make any sense. Unless... oh no! It cannot be! That boss that we just met earlier, the general guy who's very obviously going to be the final boss, he had yellow hair! And it's just like this whole Star Wars meme, where it's like, no, Luke, I'm your father. And it's like, why? But yeah, that's one of my... That article I remember fondly. There was more jokes similar in that vein of like just either making fun of weird perks about that game, weird perks about the game genre, like the fact that we tend to have like multicolored hair for no reason, or like you know, character heights just varies, or expressions are really weird and exaggerated, all that sort of shenanigans. I want to dismantle this, but I can do that later. That was a good run. Alright, let's go through one of my favorite levels, actually, which is the coast. Are you looking for the coast? But before we go to the coast, I need to remember the fact that I need to take on Hans' client orders. Hans, what are your client orders for the coast? Oh yeah, looks like I've taken most of it. I had a feeling I would be taking up this. Good thing I asked you. Don't worry, I won't let your kindness go to waste. I'm ready to give the Lothians my best come at me glare. For the monitor, that is. Okay, yeah, thanks. Cool. I wonder if any of the daily orders also have anything for the coast. Oh, they had one for the dragon. ARKS quest, and then Ecological study. This one turned out alright. I should check. I should actually pay attention to what I'm clicking through. Yay, Wopal. Wopal. Oh, the mouse cursor is in the way. Darn it. No benefits to that. Okay, well. What's happened? Yeah. That's about it. Let's see. Set up the wand. And they're actually weak to ice, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But cool. I'm gonna electrocute them anyways.
Hello.
Hey Anthony! Are you ready to play?
On my way.
You're on your way. I did start a quest, but I just started, so I'm happy to quit.
Okay.
In fact, I'm quitting right now. I think I am on block 20. I'm gonna return back to the lobby and see. what block I ended up on. Block 20. Oh yeah, that's right, I did win some missions. It was kill 250 enemies. Yes. Hi, Athen. Sea burst. Bonding with a summoner. No, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that either. Well, if you really want to go through some more clan orders, this one, Laveri has some good ones too. But they don't give as much EXP, which is a little annoying. You'll take the job. Shows your mettle. Now, it doesn't matter if the enemy has 2 heads, 3, however many. 4 heads might take longer, it's simple. If it stands before you, kill it. Oh, her dialogue isn't very interesting. Oh, and I can only take 3 more. How do I feel about that? So one thing I discovered that you can do is you can select a quest.
I'll be right.
Yep. I did actually pay attention to those buttons. Blocks, so that's good. Then you can go to Client Orders, and then there's a new entry at the bottom of that menu called Orders that can be accepted in the fields of ongoing quests. And you get this big, gigantic list of characters you've spoken to that you can start tackling on, which is really interesting. Oh, that? Yeah, this provides a lot of EXP, so let's go for that. And then, you know, it even lets you skip the dialogue itself, which is nice. I'm gonna skip those two. Ahoy! Didn't even register a book yet. Shame. I'm joking, don't take that part seriously. I haven't changed your player ID name yet either. It really annoys me. Not you, Anthony, for not changing your player name, but rather the UI to change the player name is not obvious. If you go through it, it'll give you like a little triangle saying it takes ARKS cash to change your player ID. That is a lie. It doesn't the first time you change it. And like, it's just so deceptive. It does cost ARKS cash to change it later, but I believe it becomes free again after a month, or month or two. So, like, even that is technically not true either. It's just, if you really want to change it really fast, then it requires you to pay cash, and it's just like a weird, bizarre, annoying system they created for themselves. I wonder if I should start the mission already. Well, at least to keep the show going, I'm gonna start this mission. I don't suspect this one's gonna take very long anyway, so...
いつも通り頼むぜ相棒。
How am I doing on items? I'm doing well. Okay, sweet. How am I doing on buffs? 14 minutes, that should be plenty. Also, I can't help but notice my mag is weak. I guess I can try using them, see what happens. Oh, I'm electrically okay. Oh. Thanks, Daltair. Alright, so that's oh, I don't even have her properly set up. I was like, why is there no explosion?
Emergency! Code! Attack!
There we go, I got my explosions.
Alright, I'm here, sorry.
I started on a quest, sorry.
It's okay.
We'll get to you as quickly as possible.
Completed!
I was hoping you didn't wait for me anyway.
Oh, I see.
So I took a little longer than I thought.
Earlier in the discussion, Chris and I were talking about RPGs that we like.
Okay.
What are some RPGs that you have fun with?
Chrono Trigger for sure.
Yeah.
Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals.
Oh, I haven't played that yet. How is it?
I liked it. It was, you know, it was pretty, traditional
Right.
JRPG. And it was like, it was a prequel to Lufia,
Right.
which I hadn't played.
Code! Attack!
But like Lufia started with like the party from this game fighting the boss.
Emergency! Code! Collect!
So like you see the events from Lufia 2 in Lufia 1. At least the finale of the events anyway.
Right. Awesome. And what do you like about JRPGs? The ones that you play? Like what part of them makes it attractive to you?
The stories.
Don't want to put words into Chris's mouth, but what I recall when Chris was talking about it was he likes the idea of he likes stuff like collecting things, some customizations and stuff.
Completed!
For those watching this and wondering why I'm doing all these drills, it's because they take too much time, and I'm not trying to get through this quest as quickly as possible.
So, which games was Chris into?
Pokemon.
Okay,
He said
yeah.
Final Fantasy as well.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I liked that quite a bit.
I mean, obviously I'm playing PSO, but
yeah.
The ones I like are.
Did you play the original Phantasy Star games?
I haven't actually. So Phantasy Star 1 Online 1 is literally the first Phantasy Star universe explanation.
Yeah, same with me. And then like later, they released a collection on Game Boy Advance for the Phantasy Star games, but I didn't get far in it, unfortunately.
Alright, I'm finally returning back to the lobby. Personally, the JRPGs I have fond memories of is the Paper Mario series, I'm completely honest.
Yeah.
The battle systems in that is definitely one of my favorite. Both the, I actually, in some ways, I like the first one a little better.
Yeah.
Although I do think, objectively speaking, the second game, The Thousand Year Door, is a better game. It's far more. The part that worked well is far better polished. But the parts that I liked about the first game was that it was just a better paced game. Thousand Year Door became a slog towards the end. The last level is absurdly long, and it feels like it just kind of drags on a few chapters. And I didn't have the same feeling as I did. I didn't have that same feeling when I played the first game. But yeah, that's like the only bad side about Thousand Year Door that I can say in contrast to Paper Mario 1. But like, it's, Thousand Year Door just adds so many more elements and depth to the battle system that like it more than made up for that flaw in the end. Anyways, Han's dialogue. Phew, man. That felt good, even just watching. You sure cleaned up shop with those OSHA whatever. You were right in the face of danger, but that's where all the fun is, eh? I knew you'd get a kick out of it. Shame I didn't get a chance to show off my moves, but it's still a good time out there. Now honestly, I feel like I should be the one claiming a reward here and all, but after you put the show on like that, who am I to whine? Anyways, catch you around, pal. What's the other thing? That was awesome, pal! You laid him out flat. My ferocious fire's glare wasn't even that important. Now I got a better idea what the coast is like, and watching you was an education, even through the monitor. Time for me to walk the talk and pull what I learned in doing some fighting of my own. I'm gonna break that 70 enemy mark. Thanks again, pal. Cool. Alright, well, I'm in the lobby, block 20. I don't know if you are there as well, but I can check my friends list. It still says you're at block 69.
Yeah, they put me there.
Okay. We'll be visiting block 20 soon.
Sure.
I have some leveling to take care of. Also some item management. Oh, I don't have many items to do with. Just a single rest stuff. I haven't thought this through, but the Protector, where was I? Was I still working on the shift? Oh yeah, there it is, the band toughness. Yes, I want to increase that. Oh, Maybe the other one was Hunter.
何をしたいのかな
Because I felt like there was a lot of level ups in between. Yeah, 2. So that must have been it. Oh, so the Hunter then. Double jump. Nice. How am I at Automate half? I'm at 100%. Iron Will is also at 100. And yes, I'm trying to Fury Stance a lot. That one just brings it up by 1. That one's unconditional, so... Then, what's this? This increases the potency of perfect attack bonus. That really good. Critical Fury. Activation rate 10. Boost your critical hit rate when using Fury Stance. Not really too. So,
またいつでもどうぞ
cool. Wait, I had 2 of
こんに
those.
ちは何をしたいのかな
I'm gonna try maxing that one. I think that's the only one that really matters. Yeah, I don't use the guard stance ever, so that's not important to me. And I don't use War Cry at all. I think that's one of the only class. No. Okay. Tess said she recently created a character for Phantasy Star Online, so she may be joining us soon.
Nice.
Not this stream, that said. When I said she just created a character, literally an hour ago.
Okay.
So, oh, an hour and a half ago, but still. Hellos. Let's see, can I do that? Quick. Oh yeah, you can! Sweet. View character ID info. I was just scrolling on the internet and it looks like you can just click a character on the lobby and that'll allow you to invite to party.
Cool.
Alrighty.
どのクエストにする?
By the way, I don't know if you've done this yet, but there is a special campaign going on in the shopping plaza.
Okay.
If you talk to a character named Io, who I'm standing directly next to, her last 2 item client orders that you can order from her are the party maneuver. I say last 2, but you might only have 1.
Okay.
But yeah, taking care of party maneuver 1 and 2. Will give you an extra reward that you can get from a visit phone.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have 2 yet.
Okay, yeah, but they should be very easy to take care of. It's just like join a party, go through an expedition.
Okay.
And Cressida says, look at you coming through again, TVGS. Wopal seems like an interesting place. Why not do some more exploring? I'm sure if anyone up to the task could see it. Thanks. Sorry, I just wanted to take care of that client order. I am now ready to quest.
Cool.
どのクエストにする?
Whoopsie. Subquest, ARKS quest. And scrolling all the way down. It's the Environmental Protection Coast. Yes. Block.
よろしくね.
Sweet. I'm out.
Okay.
I need to set up my wand. And I don't know what other characters you want to add to your party. I can always add you. Or I can add... Orbit. I'm gonna go with Orbit for the time being, just for the heck of it.
Okay. Is that your auxiliary?
Yep, that is my auxiliary. It turns out that you just have to attend... there's two different types of Persona live concerts that was on Cycle. I don't know if they are anymore.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's just it. I didn't know, I just randomly got... I didn't know that was the objective, so like,
Yeah.
I just got it.
Cool.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Have you played a Persona game yet?
No. I was hoping they would port the latest to Switch or something.
Completed!
I don't know if that's gonna happen though.
Alright. I know that there's one on Steam, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's Persona 5 on Steam. Let me search.
Oh, okay.
At least we got a Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not a high school simulator per se.
Yeah, it's pretty different from Persona.
Right. I have played very little of Shin Megami Tensei Imagine, which is an MMORPG. It is the closest version of an MMORPG can get to Pokemon back when it was out. It was like the only one that actually had that formula. Of course, it's, you know, servers are down. I don't think nobody plays the game anymore. But it was just interesting, you know, like being a game about conversing with monsters. Oh, you're exploring here. It makes sense to me. Nice.
Is there a way for me to hide the, like these wings and...
Yes. When you go to your menu, then items, as you're going through your armor, one of the options when you select an armor is Engage Stealth. There we go.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. I think Orbit is drowning there.
Uh-oh.
Too short. Let's go. I should use some magic more often to handle mobs. Yep, there it is.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
I guess that takes her.
上守備だな。
これだ。
completed.
Oh. Wrong button to push.
アークス各位へ緊急連絡。惑星リリーパの採掘基地周辺に多数のダーカーが集結しつつあります。防衛戦に備えてください。
Lilipa implies one of those mining defense quests, which I personally find is fun. But then again, it's a, you know, it's one of those raids where you actually have to work strategically. Oh yeah, your HP should go up ever so slightly.
Yep.
So, yeah, I put some skills together that allows you to increase the HP.
Nice.
Yeah, that Morgano costume makes the auxiliary far too short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
makes me
I kind of
worried
like
for...
it.
Huh?
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
They're short to begin with.
Right.
So you might as well make them shorter.
Let's see, what other games have I played? When it comes to JRPGs, I tend to gravitate towards action RPGs. A la, you know, PSO. But yeah, I kinda like the, I kinda like the aspect of stat optimization.
Yeah.
There's the meta game of like trying to figure out what are the best strategies to you know, optimize your battle output is something that's really interesting to me. I mean, some people can argue that that kind of stuff is something that you can easily emulate on, you know, a board game or like an analog game style gameplay. And I agree with that, but I also feel like that's what makes it, you know, really good in the first place. Like, if it's something that can be done outside of a digital context, then you better make it in such a way that it's, you know, it's satisfying. I think like that becomes like an extra challenge on its own.
Completed.
Hey, my opinion. My boosters have expired, but that is okay.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with your stats usually with more traditional JRPGs.
Right.
You just kind of go to the newest shop and get the more expensive weapon.
Right.
And you're probably good.
Obviously, I like the story aspect a lot.
Yeah.
Emergency! Code! Distraction!
Did that flower dodge my electric attack? What? question.
上守備だな。
Wopal is really good. Yeah. I guess we're done.
帰還許可が下りた。
Completed.
Done. Yeah, let's head back to the lobby real quick. It looks like I have some item stuff to manage. But in theory now, when you go to EO and say I completed her mission, you should get something in the Visiphone.
こんにちは。
Party maneuver 1. Nice work out there as always, boss. If only I had just the three of you, then I probably had no trouble working as part of a party, but since that's not gonna happen, if I could just try and get the same level as you, but that's not gonna happen either, huh? I guess I just need to find my own style. But after you go through a bunch more training, I finally find anything you'll tag me to keep you covered out there, yeah? I know that was kind of a ridiculous thing to ask, but thanks for the help, boss. That was pretty informative. It looked like none of you made a wasted move out there. Really impressive stuff. Listen to me though, all I can do is stand here and see all wow anytime you do anything. Honestly though, I'm always amazed. It's really amazing, motivating. It's really motivating. Every day I feel more and more inspired to train to be more like you. So thanks for that, boss. I don't know how I feel about it, but okay, cool. Does that make the Visiphone thing appear? Yep, it did! And what is the new cool stuff that we got from that? Oh, whoops. Client Order Campaign 1. Item will be presented to those who cleared EO's Client Order Party Maneuver, and that's per account, yes, per account. And it's a Tokyo bonus key gold. Oh, that's really good. And the second one is the Divine Blaze Force. When does this key expire? Oh goodness, it lasts a really long time. I'm gonna store that actually. That is gonna be your, that is now currently the best method to increase your EXP by a drastic amount. Flourishing, interesting. Divine quests. I could probably drop that on my auxiliary if I wanted to. Then these are the things I need to figure out what I want to do with. Probably gonna sell most of these. Make sure report. Did it. Quick work, and it's impossible to find fault with the results. Here's a reward. I hope I can count on against it. I won't force you, of course. I just value you more than ever. Later then. Yeah, I'm gonna go sell this.
何をお求めですか?
Too much of my inventory space and bothers me.
ありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしています。
どのクエストにする?
What time is it? 8:53. That gives us a lot of time, actually. There we go.
よろしくね。いらっしゃいませ。
Oh, what's this? Technique customization accepted? Okay, sure, I'll take that.
ありがとうございました。
Take some of those unexpected titles. Incidentally, this is really silly, but I noticed that when you go to here, you can sell your items. So
Yeah.
I actually wasted a lot of time out there for no
Oh
reason.
yeah. That's good to know.
Right. Yeah, you can nearly do everything in just a gateway ship alone. Alright, I got your Rappy.
Cool.
Oh wait, I need to set this up properly. Yes, I need to set up the wand each and every time I do this. It's a little annoying. How am I doing? I'll be fine. Probably want some boosters running though. Oh yeah, try booster. EXP. I'm ready. Sweet. So we just need to make it all the way to the end, and there'll be a boss. That's the quest.
Cool.
I'm gonna go north. Okay, there's nothing north. Good. That does mean we can't go west. Let's go west.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Explosion! There's nothing there. Oh wait, look, there's a quest here? Oh gosh.
Completed!
I have a feeling this is the exit. This way is the exit. Yay! Any GTA stories today?
Hmm.
緊急連絡あり
Emergency
緊急
code
防衛任務発
attack.
生惑星リリーファの採掘基地に多数のダーカーが襲来アークス各員はクエストカウンター
The
に
witch.
地球防衛に向かってくださ
The
い
witch Leonardo befriended
Completed.
thinks he may be possibly be the descendant of Sir Galahad the Pure.
But this lore is getting deep suddenly. I didn't expect this. Don't leave me with a cliffhanger there.
Well, this is the newest development, so
Oh darn it! I have to wait until the next episode, huh? That's cool. No, I like that. That's cool. I love that, actually.
she's like the player is super into Arthurian legend. She's like a big fan of Merlin, so her character's like her last name is Merzin, which is like old Britain for Merlin or something like that. So she's super into that. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. Like she was sending me like poems about Sir Galahad the Pure. So I gotta do my research now to
To fulfill the expectation.
yeah. So her like reasoning for that was because my character's like straight edge,
Ah, right.
so he's not doing drugs and keeping his body pure.
So I'm trying to look at the landscape and figure out where the exit is. There's a potential that this path is the exit, but I'm not quite sure. We'll find out.
So, like unrelated to my character, there was already like this character. She's the Lady of the Lake,
Oh, I see.
and she's there's this park. It's just like this suburb with this park, and it's Mirror Park Lake, and she's got like long blue hair. She's got like she comes out of the lake. People ask her for things, and like they ask for their eyesight back or something,
Oh, interesting.
but it's gonna cost them something
Right, in return.
in return. Yeah.
視覚に反応あり警戒を
Like, so Beatrice, that's the witch's name. She like called the Lady of the Lake by her like real name. I think it's Lady Imoue, which I never knew.
That's news to me, eh?
Yeah, she's really knowledgeable about that stuff. I've always like kind of been a fan of like King Arthur and knights and stuff, but I never really got super into it enough to like know as much as she does. Like I've seen the movie Excalibur is
Right.
the extent of my knowledge, but she's reading all the poems and all the literature.
And you're just being a straight edge.
I'm just the reincarnation of Sir Galahad the Pure, who was the only knight of the round to behold the Holy Grail.
She showed up in the BBC version of Merlin.
Lady Imue?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
She was Merlin's love interest.
Okay.
But she died and became the Lady in the Lake.
So there's like this story, The Beguiling of Merlin, where she traps him in a tree or something like that. I don't know if that was in Merlin.
I don't think so. Might have showed up in Once Upon a Time, though.
Maybe.
So deep. I'm not sure how to. I'm not sure what else to say.
There's all the
Yeah.
like regular gang stuff going on, and then there's the Lady of the Lake. And my character's all. I think he's going to be called as a witness in a trial as well.
Oh.
Nothing supernatural related. But like, there's this character that's super clingy. And she's so like one of Leonardo's friends and Leonardo's therapist, who are dating each other, are filing a restraining order on this character because she's been like kind of stalking them.
Yeah.
Because she's obsessed with the therapist.
That's not fun. I don't know what to think about that, Lord.
Yeah, that's like talking about it.
Right.
Like outside the context of that world feels uncomfortable a little bit. But yeah, my character witnessed the accused. He's witnessed her behavior, so probably gonna be called to the stand, which is new for me. Haven't been in a trial yet. So I'm gonna have to rewatch VODs of the events that took place and take notes, because it's been so long since that happened. It may as well have been a year ago, because like so much happens that it's hard to keep track of things.
I see.
Like in between getting kidnapped and
Emergency code due.
chased all around town, and learning of your destiny
So many destinies.
to aid a witch and casting a spell to. Someone came to her to because they had a premonition that on their birthday they would die.
Oh no.
They wanted her help.
Ah, clipped right through that rock.
Completed.
Yeah, that's what a terrifying world that has become.
Yep. Good escape, but then it comes with its own anxieties, you know? Oh, I got a court date coming up, and I gotta help this witch. And
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I think I can handle it.
Well, as you know, I'll always be on your side.
Oh, Leonardo's got a cop harassing him too.
Oh, that's a lot less fun.
Yeah. The cop's a jerk though.
Yeah.
Leonardo got charged with loitering in front of his own darn apartment.
Just the two of us? The three of us, I mean?
Okay, good.
Start point. It seemed like there are more people on this block actually playing, so... Perfect, let's go. So I am actually going to be fishing and harvesting here. Some of the goodies that you can get here is actually relevant to the ring that I have going right now.
Okay.
That was a close one.
Yeah, the stuff with the cop had me anxious for real.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, the cops are also roleplay, correct?
Right. But like,
okay, that
some of them are jerks.
Right.
Some of them are cool. But so far Leonardo hasn't had it. He's leaning towards that most of the cops are not cool.
I'm never really sure like how role playing works.
Yeah.
On like, you know, people playing in position of authority.
Mm-hmm.
And to be clear, like, if some people are saying, well, like, kings and queens are kind of ridiculous, right? Like, royalties or, and, like...
There's no kings or, like, actual
right, I
kings.
mean, this is Grand Theft
There's
Auto
people that
talking
claim
about.
to be king of Los Santos or whatever.
Right.
But they don't actually have any political influence.
Right. No, but like when you're talking about police, that's where I'm not really sure where it falls in.
So,
I mean, you can be like the King of Evil, for example, right? And I think that's a ridiculous enough thing that you can make it campy and funny.
Right. Right.
But it's hard to do the same thing for cops, in my opinion.
Right. So like, if a cop is like insulting you, it's an abuse.
Yeah.
It's verbal abuse. It's an abuse of power. But like, this character, his player must think it's funny to like. So he does this thing where he's like, he tells you what to do, and he's like, "You idiot, you moron, you do this, you idiot, you moron."
Alright.
Just kind of bombards you with these commands and insults, and that.
Yeah, that makes me feel uncomfortable.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not into that. So, in character, I let him know,
Right.
and he didn't like that.
Of course.
So now I got beef with this state trooper
That's unfortunate.
because I didn't kiss his butt.
Right.
That's okay. It was actually something I wanted with the creation of that character, was like to challenge authority. But it's like, it's hard, it's hard to do, like,
Right.
once you're, it's easy to like write it down, right? But then you're like, you're talking to somebody when you're doing this. So like, when I insult somebody, I feel bad about it. So I'll use silly insults like dingus, and I feel a little better about it.
Right.
And that way, the other, the person playing that character gets, okay, they're not hating, they don't hate me. This is like a character thing, and we're playing a game here, right?
I wonder, like, especially for the people that, act as game masters for actual tabletop games. Like, I wonder how they approach those sort of issues as well, because that sounds like really difficult. That sounds like an issue that like is relevant to, say, Dungeons and Dragons like environment, but also really difficult to cover.
Yeah.
I would assume they'll start off with, by the way, this is the topic we're going to be covering about. Keep that in mind.
With D&D, it's like easier, because you can just, like on this server, you have to stay in character at all times. And like, to take things out of character, you have to like reach out to this person on like Discord or something, or like if you got a complaint, you got to go to the forums. You can't just like, it's difficult to just say, hey, I'm not into this. You can't just like blurt it out, really.
I wonder what their decision making behind that is.
Well, like for some, like I don't know if I don't know if I totally agree with that.
Yeah, neither do I.
With every single situation, I don't know if it's like they figure, well, if you're signing up, if you're applying here, you understand that you're kind of consenting to certain things when you decide you want to play here, But like, I don't know, I think there should be it should be really obvious that like you can reach out. You can reach out to these people. Tell them I'm not into this. I'm not comfortable with this, and they're gonna be, they're gonna adjust what they're doing, or like call it off or whatever. And I think most people have that attitude where, like, if you reach out to them, they'll talk about it with you, which is good.
Yeah. Just sounds like an overall difficult situation.
Yeah. It's got, it can be stressful doing that stuff.
Right.
It's another stressful thing to, like, is it cool to reach out to this person and, like, tell them, hey, I'm not cool with this, how can we compromise here or something, because it's because you're asking them to change their RP a little bit.
Right.
You don't know how they're gonna respond. You're like, probably you're gonna be worried that they're not gonna be cool with it, but I don't think that's typical. I don't think that's typical behavior. I think most people are gonna be accommodating and cool about it.
Oh, are you still fighting?
What are we doing?
No. I'm just trying to figure out where your character is at on the map.
I'm near you. I'm with you. I'm kind of zoning out because I'm talking.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Completed!
Yeah. I don't know, that roles, like role-playing specifically in that context, would be something where I would either, like, I'm talking if this was in person here, Grand Theft Auto, obviously, a different story entirely. I would definitely establish, like, hey, just to let you know, we're going to be talking about this.
Yep.
Let's have, like, a clear procedure on letting each other know
right
when not to discuss about that. I don't know. Just, like, any way to keep things... obviously, I'd rather just not talk about something like that anyways from the beginning. But if I have to, then, like, my approach would be, like, just to let you know, because it's the direction where we go. Keep in mind that we should have these formal procedures to say, hey, this topic is really touchy.
Yeah.
And we tone it down a little bit. What's that? Yeah, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, it's, you know, people who sign up generally already know what goes on in the city. So everybody has their boundaries too, though, so.
One of you is dying. Dude, that got scary.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you. There's just 2 Deltairs on the screen.
Uh-oh.
Emergency! Code! Attack! Complete.
So, I didn't realize you can do this, but just to let you know, you can actually, you as in Anthony, you can actually manually trigger the boss. It just requires all of us to be standing on here, and so I press B, and when you press B, that should get us to teleport as well. It's just that I can also force all the party members to immediately start teleporting.
Okay.
That's something I learned. I wish I knew that earlier. Given I've been joining occasionally random parties at the time. Alright, where's our happy-go-lucky boss?
Emergency! Code! Q!
Ice magic won't reach it. If I can slap it silly. Nope, I didn't have the ice magic on me. Good. Yeah, not interested. Guess I'm gonna do this the boring method for anyone watching. I don't have a very good... Wait, do I have a long range weapon? I do have a long range weapon! Oh, right. That's much more like it. Although at that point I would actually try bombing. Nope, never mind. Not fast enough. Wow, this weapon is not very good, but whatever. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
Alright. Hopefully by the end of this attack I can use this lure. Yep, you can.
Bingo.
Yep.
大規模作戦は終了しました。作戦協力に感謝します。
It's 9:30.
Yep. Well, we got one more boss, so. Ouch. Watch out for the little circles out here on the ground. Yeah, I figured this was going to be our last mission, but I like this boss a little too much, so...
It's a pretty good boss.
Yeah, it's a really good boss, actually. Not in the floating facility, though. Only in this specific level is this Barlodo's actually pretty darn fun. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Let's fire with turret guns. There.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Darn. Oh god. Gosh darn it. What is it doing? Oh, it's gonna attack. My round is too short. Maybe I'm heading it. I don't know how far we are with health. They don't show the health bar of the bosses anymore, which is a little annoying. Darn it, I missed.
It's gotta be almost done. We've been... Face armor is gone now.
Oh. I got you.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, whoops. There we go. darn it. Didn't have its mouth open. Okay, it's gonna do that 3 times. If I was okay. Okay, 4 times. I lied. Okay, it's almost gone. There we go. That's no indication for it. Good thing I chose a support character. There we go. Alright, Chris. Now we can call it a stream very soon.
Completed.
Does this? No rainbow portals this time. Casually, when Anthony and I were playing, when we fought against Barlodos, it gave us a rainbow portal on top of the normal gateway ship portal. But we didn't get it this time, which makes me a little sad. So that's Wopal and its coast. I really like that level a lot. One of my favorites. Yeah. I hope that you all are looking forward to more. Let's switch to the title screen actually at this point. Yeah. Don't have much more to add. The new stuff that came out as of last Wednesday was actually mostly story content and urgent quests, which we chose not to tackle until, pardon me, we get through all the other missions. So that's what I'm going to be tackling first, all the other quests first before we even try any of the urgent quests. And even then, like, I'm not entirely sure how to best to approach that, so I'm debating on that as of right now. Still, I personally had a lot of fun with this. The next couple of ones is, I think it's not the underground shaft because we already went through that, but like another, there's another desert level, which I have mixed feelings about. And I'm trying to remember what else. I think actually, oh, it goes to Seabed after that. Seabed is okay. But yeah, the next couple of stuff just explores more of the Wopal planet, which of course which, as you can tell from the coast, is very water themed, and it just continues that water theme throughout, including the floating facility and the seabed. So those are really cool stuff to check out. What else comes to mind? I think those are about it. In regards to like specific mechanics in the game, I think I've covered practically most of it at this point. Trying to get into more details doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my opinion. There's just a lot in the game, obviously. And yeah, I don't think most of them are all that. When I say most of them are all that important, what I mean to say is like I have a specific narrative in mind, specifically like focusing on mechanics that I think are really interesting. And some things are just doesn't really support that sort of hypothesis. So I don't really see much of a reason to cover it. For example, the whole X-Cube swap shop and exchange system. Like, I can briefly cover it, but it's just like, you know, it's just like a one sentence long thing. You can do this, and that leads you to exchanging more better weapons, and that's just it. It's a very, to be fair, that is a very gacha-like mechanic, and I think it's a very familiar mechanic for most people who've already played a lot of these free-to-play games anyway, so it's not really all that unusual from a practice standpoint. But yeah, well, I'm dabbling on at this point, and it's already 9:40. We're already 10 minutes over, so nothing more to add. I don't know if Anthony wants to add anything.
I got nothing. Other than it was fun.
Right, that's cool. Yeah, definitely like Barlodos as a boss.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of my highlights for this stream. Chris, anything else that we should be concerned about?
Nah, that I can think of.
Okay. In regards to the next stream, I guess we can talk about this later outside of the stream. So, it's probably not something that we discuss early on the outro. But as mentioned earlier, we might be able to grab one more person to help us on our journey. But you know, they just recently started. So the question becomes, how do we deal with how do we prevent the difficulty spike for that player? It's gonna be fine. I think we'll come to a resolution to that pretty quickly.
Cool. She might catch up in the off time.
That's potentially possible. Right now, there's a huge buff going on for the next 2 weeks, which includes 100%. So like your EXP is doubled, your drop rate is doubled, your Micellar rate is also doubled in every quest that you go to. So it is very highly potentially possible that would happen. Anyways, nothing more ado. I should stop the stream very soon.
Okay.
See you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Later.